Fictional Stories by Ezra. The Journey of Kaka. Chapter 3. A Metamorphosis Occurred. Kaka and Ani had been on a journey to explore the garden for quite some time now. They had encountered different creatures and had made new friends along the way. But their latest encounter had them feeling a bit worried. They had come across a group of caterpillars trying to cross a wide and treacherous stream. The caterpillars were struggling to swim across the fast-moving water, and it was clear that they needed help. Kaka, being a skilled climber, knew that he could help the caterpillars cross the stream safely. He immediately offered his assistance and began to make his way across the stream, using his strong grip to climb up the slippery gravels. Ani stayed behind and watched nervously as Kaka helped the caterpillars across the stream. But suddenly, a strong current swept Kaka away. Ani gasped in shock as she watched Kaka get washed downstream, disappearing from her sight. She waited anxiously for Kaka to reappear, but when he did, he looked different. His body had become stiff, and he was no longer a caterpillar.
Let's learn some new words before we move on. Encountered, to meet or come across someone or something. Creatures, animals, insects, or any living thing. Treacherous stream, a dangerous and risky body of water. Struggling to swim, trying hard to stay afloat and move through the water. Offered his assistance, suggested help or aid to someone in need. Make his way across, to move from one side of a place to another. Slippery, having a surface that is difficult to grip or hold onto. Gravels, small stones or pebbles. Strong grip, holding something firmly. A strong current, a powerful and fast-moving flow of water. Anxiously, feeling worried or uneasy about something. Stiff, unable to move easily or freely.
As Kaka hung there motionless, Ani watched in astonishment, unsure of what was happening to her dear friend. She felt a surge of fear mixed with confusion, wondering if Kaka was okay. "Kaka, what happened? Are you okay?" she asked, her voice shaking slightly. Kaka took a deep breath and responded calmly, "Ani, I am going through a transformation. I am becoming a chrysalis." Ani's eyes widened in amazement as Kaka's words sunk in. She had heard of caterpillars transforming into butterflies, but had never witnessed it before. "What does that mean, Kaka? What's going to happen to you?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. Kaka explained to Ani that he would be inside the chrysalis for a while, undergoing a metamorphosis, and that when he emerged, he would be a butterfly. Ani was both fascinated and worried about her friend, but Kaka reassured her that this was a natural process and that he would be okay. As Kaka began to form his chrysalis, Ani watched in wonder, marveling at the beauty of the intricate structure. She felt a sense of pride in her friend's resourcefulness, as he had been able to use his skills to help the other caterpillars and now was undergoing this incredible transformation.
Okay. Let's take a vocabulary break. You got your notebook ready? Motionless, not moving or without motion. Astonishment, a feeling of great surprise or wonder. A surge of fear, a sudden and intense feeling of fear. Chrysalis, the pupal stage of a butterfly or moth. Amazement, a feeling of great surprise or wonder. Her curiosity piqued, her interest was stimulated or aroused. Metamorphosis, the process of transformation from an immature form to an adult form in two or more distinct stages. Emerged, to come out or appear from somewhere. Fascinated, having a strong interest or attraction. Marveling at, admiring or being astonished by something. A sense of pride, a feeling of pleasure or satisfaction in one's accomplishments or qualities. Resourcefulness, the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties or solve problems.
As Kaka remained in his chrysalis, Ani was always there by his side, watching over him and protecting him from any danger that might come his way. She knew that during this phase of his life cycle, Kaka was particularly vulnerable and needed all the help he could get. One day, while Ani was keeping watch over Kaka, she noticed a group of hungry birds hovering around. Ani's heart skipped a beat as she knew that Kaka was in grave danger. She knew that birds would love nothing more than to swoop down and feast on the helpless chrysalis. Ani sprang into action, fluttering her wings in an attempt to scare the birds away. But the birds were persistent and continued to circle around Kaka, looking for a chance to attack. Ani knew that she had to come up with a better plan if she was going to save Kaka's life. As Ani thought about what to do, she remembered a trick she had learned from her own mother. She began to make a loud, shrill noise that sounded like the call of a bird of prey. The birds were taken aback by the sound, and for a moment, they hesitated. Ani used this moment to her advantage and flew straight at the birds, flapping her wings as hard as she could. The birds were caught off guard by Ani's sudden attack, and they scattered in different directions. Ani breathed a sigh of relief as she saw the birds fly away.
Don't forget to build your vocabulary. Let's go. Remained, stayed in the same place or condition. Vulnerable, easily harmed or hurt. Life cycle, the series of changes in the life of an organism from birth to death. Hovering around, staying in one place in the air. Skipped a beat, heart beating faster or irregularly due to shock or surprise. Swoop down, to descend suddenly and quickly. Grave danger, a very serious and life-threatening situation. Feast on, to eat a large amount of food with enjoyment. Sprang into action, to act quickly and decisively. Fluttering her wings, moving wings quickly and lightly. Persistent, continuing to do something despite difficulties or opposition. Come up with, to think of or create an idea or plan. Shrill noise, a loud, high-pitched sound. Bird of prey, a bird that hunts and feeds on other animals. Were taken aback, to be surprised or shocked by something unexpected. Were caught off guard, to be surprised by something unexpected. A sigh of relief, an expression of comfort or contentment after a stressful situation.
Ani quickly flew to Kaka's side and gently touched his chrysalis, trying to calm him down. She spoke soothingly to him, telling him that everything was going to be okay. Kaka gradually stopped shaking, and Ani knew that he was going to be all right. Ani continued to stay by Kaka's side for the rest of the day, keeping a watchful eye on him to make sure that he was safe. As the day turned into night, Ani began to feel exhausted from all the flying she had done. She knew that she needed to rest, but she also knew that she couldn't leave Kaka alone. Ani decided to make a makeshift bed for herself on a nearby leaf, where she could rest while keeping an eye on Kaka. She settled in for the night, feeling a sense of comfort knowing that she was there to protect her friend. As the night wore on, Ani felt her eyes grow heavy, and she drifted off into a peaceful sleep, still perched on her leaf. She dreamed of a world where danger didn't exist, where she and Kaka could fly freely and safely through the garden. When Ani woke up the next morning, she felt refreshed and ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. She looked over at Kaka's chrysalis and saw that it was still intact, a testament to her dedication and resourcefulness in protecting her friend. Ani knew that Kaka still had a long way to go in his transformation, but she was determined to be there for him every step of the way.
A final note of some vocabulary to learn. Gently touched, to touch softly and delicately, without applying too much force or pressure. Spoke soothingly, to speak in a calm and comforting tone, to help relieve anxiety or fear. Keeping a watchful eye on, to be watching someone or something closely and attentively. Exhausted, feeling extremely tired and drained, often after engaging in strenuous activity or expending a lot of energy. Make a makeshift bed, to create a temporary, short-timed or improvised sleeping area, usually using materials that are readily available. Drifted off, to gradually fall asleep, often in a peaceful and relaxed manner. Perched on, to be situated or positioned on a high or narrow surface, often while balancing. Intact, in its original, complete state, without any damage or alteration. A testament to, a clear example or proof of something, often used to highlight the success or resilience of an individual or group. Every step of the way, throughout the entire process or journey, from start to finish.